What up? What up? Thank you guys for joining in today. I am BK back with another banger. Today, I'm getting into key groups and one-shots. About a year ago, 2 years ago, April 3rd, 2018, I uploaded a video called How to Make Sample Beats from One-Shots using MPC software. This was when it was in the 2.1 software. We're currently in the 2.7.2 version of the MPC software. So I thought, hey, I might as well revisit the idea. Plus there's a lot of talks and a lot of things going on surrounding the one-shot deal. Shout out to MG the Future. He's been going hammer on the whole one-shot idea. I'm not redoing his videos, but for the MPC community, I know it's coming. I know somebody's gonna ask again. So I said, let me revisit it. I created this playlist, MPC Keygroup program. So if you're brand new to the MPC, and you want to get into key groups and the understanding of it, I'm going to show you how to do that today and how to set it up. But the playlist is there with older videos, and any new videos that I do in the coming future, I'll upload it to this playlist. So one-shots, it's a big hoopla, hoop-diddy-doop-dee going on about these one-shots. And I've been doing the one-shot thing using key groups in the MPC because that's basically what the use of it is. So we're going to get off into the MPC software. You can do this on your MPC Live, your MPCX, or the new coming MPC One. It's a little know-how. Once you know how to do it, you set it up, you're good to go. So let's get off into the MPC. All right, so let's set up the MPC. Got the MPC open. The first thing you want to do is you want to go right here to where it says key group. I'll enlarge the screen so you guys can see it clearly. You want to go to key group. Select key group. It looks like it's a regular program, but it's not. You go to program edit. You open up your program edit, and this is what the key groups look like. It look like a regular drum program, but it's actually an instrument. It's like a plugin, if you will, a keyboard. So once you have this set up, you then want to get your sounds. You want to source your sounds. Wherever you get your sounds from, that's totally up to you. You can use full samples. You can use drum hits, kick, snares, hi-hats, and as such. I mean, it's limitless what you can actually do with this key group, right? So once you have this, I'm gonna show you how to set this up. But before I do that, I want to show you inside of the browser. A lot of people don't use this browser. It's called the Media Browser, right? So you open up the Media Browser. I'm not gonna go by the expansions. I'm gonna close this expansions. We have the filter. So you can use the filter to source your sounds. Again, you can use your sounds from wherever you get them from, but I'm showing you something that's directly in your MPC software. All right. Filter, there's different types. There's, instruments, there's kits, there's melodic, there's multi, there's stem, there's different genres from deep house to trap to hip hop. Then there's instrument family. Bass, brass, drum. I'm gonna press keys. That picks up all the keys, right? But I want samples. So this is pulling up the programs. Right here you have projects, you have sequence, you have sample. Click on sample. That pulls up all the samples that's here. I'm going to hit key yet again because it didn't save it. So I'm gonna hit piano. don't know why it sounds like that, but we're gonna work with that one. All right, so you go ahead and you load it. Now, the way you set up this key group is tedious, but I'm gonna show you how to set it up and save it, and then you'll have it all the time, right? So it's the same steps on your MPCs as well. You want to set up the number of key groups right here. You can have up to 128, right? But I'm going to type in 16. So now you have 16 key groups. It's easier when you have your MPC connected. You don't need your MPC for this, but it's best to have it. Now, all the way down here to the left is, or my left, your right, is C-2. All right. All the way over here is G8. Now, each key group is a section of from C to C, or from C to B, right? So how you set it up is your low key is, for start, is going to be C-2, and your high key is going to be B2. Now you see how that changed? So right here where it says note range, your note range is octave C2, and your high range is octave B2. It goes from C to B, right? Your key group 2, once you go to your key group 2, it becomes from C2 to G8. We want to change that from C2. We want to change it to octave 1. We want to change the high is C1. We want to change the low to B1. Okay. So now when you go to key group 1, it's from C2 to B2. This is -2 to -1. All right. Go to your third one. Again, you go to your third. Change it to C0. Yeah, your low to B0. All right. And it pretty much, that's what it is. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna speed this up. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna continue to set it up the way that it should be, and then I'm gonna bring y'all back in. Hold up. All right, so now we go to 4. Set 4 to C1 to B1. There's 8 octave ranges. There's 8 octaves, right? 11 key groups, 8 octaves. Now you have this set up. It's blank. It's a blank canvas. What you want to do, you can name it whatever you're going to name it. I'm going to name it blank key groups. It's named blank key group. The next thing I'm going to do is, so you press save. Now you can save it to wherever your location is. I'm gonna find a location to save it for me. You save it on your hard drive, your desktop, wherever is easier for you to find it. The location doesn't matter. It varies from individual. Now I'm gonna open up a new project from blank. I'm not even gonna save this project. It was an untitled project. I'm gonna hit new. Do I want to save? No, don't save. So now I have a blank. This is blank canvas. Nothing's here, right? All right, so I had to rename it. I thought I put the hashtag there. I like to put either numbers or hashtags in front of my folders that I create, so I'm able to pull it up fast. So the program exists, name blank Keygroup, replace. All right, so now this is your blank Keygroup. There's nothing there, but the Keygroup is set up. And if you're doing multiple, all you have to do is make a duplicate copy of this this program. And how you do that, you want to go to edit, go to program, and you say duplicate. And when you duplicate it, it becomes blank Keygroup -1, and you have 2 keygroups there. But technically, you'd have this blank Keygroup and you can name it bell or piano or whatever it is after you finish, right? So I'm gonna look for a sound to utilize, and then we'll finish up. So again, there's a bunch of sounds in here that you can actually utilize. I'm trying to find one that sounds right. All right, so I'm gonna use this one. It's called Melodic Bell. Again, you have access to it if you want to recreate this. And I didn't mention earlier, but it'd be good for you to have your MPC software or your MPC hardware units plugged in while you're viewing this, and you could pause and follow along while I'm actually doing this, because this is just an instructional. It's not really, you know what I mean? It's a how-to, but if you follow along, you know, you got it. All right, so now you got this sound. Open up sample edit. It's telling us that it's in the key of C. But what I suggest everyone doing is finding some sort of tuner. It don't have to be the one that I'm gonna use, but you need a tuner to make this work the right way. All right, so I'm gonna open up a few of them. I'm gonna open Ampire, Hornet Song Key, and I'm gonna open Mixed in Key. So you open up Ampire. It doesn't have to be Ampire, but it needs to be a tuner. It needs to be something that has a tuner. Now, you could have Song Key. Song Key works, but it doesn't work as good as a tuner does. And you can also have Mixed in Key. They all work, but I'm gonna show you the reason why I use tuner over them all. All right, so now you go into your key group. You want to have it set to all. You drop in the sound. And as you can see, as I'm scrolling in, it's on all of them, right? I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna go to key group 1 and I'm gonna drop it in. Now I'm gonna scroll to key group 2. As you can see here, it's not in none of the other key groups, right? I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna go to all. I'm gonna drop it in. Now I go to any one of them, it's all there. All right, that's step 1. Now step 2 is so that's the sound, right? Open up Ampire. Now it's telling me that it's in the key of G, and it's actually muted. So it's strobing in between G2, G#2, and G#3. Open up Hornet Song Key. See, it's saying G sharp major, right? But it's giving me different options. It's giving me C and it's giving me G. It's giving me D down here. It's giving me G, right? If I do mixing key is telling me it's A flat major. The dominant key is C and A flat. If I do sharp, is G sharp. So this is the reason why I say to use something such as a tuner opposed to any of the others, because this is more accurate and you can use the calibration to actually get it correct. All right, so now we know that is G sharp 2. You want to go back to sample edit, and you want to change it from C, because it automatically puts any sounds you put in here, it's going to put it into C major. You want to go and change this from C to, in this case, G sharp. All right, then you want to go back into program edit, go to program edit, and you scroll over to sample layers. Then you go to root note. Once you're in root note, it was in octave 2, G sharp 2. It was going between G sharp 2 and G sharp 3. We're going to keep it at G sharp 2. All right, now I'm going to press C3. Now if I change that back to the sample, you see the difference? All right, now go back to octave 2, G sharp 2. Now when you open up Ampire again or any tuner, I'm actually pressing C3. And you see that it's playing in C3. Open up song key. Song key always says C5 for some reason. Disable. But it's telling me that I'm actually playing C, right? And if I open up mixing key, it's varying between F minor and C minor. Now, what you can do is you could fine tune it. I wouldn't fine tune the program. I would fine tune the sample right here. So now that you have that set up, you can name this, you can name it melodic bell. Melodic, right? So now this key group becomes melodic bell. Now you could go into pad perform mode. You also, what I forgot to mention is that you want to put the warp on. So you take it back a step. You want to make sure you're on all. Key groups on all. And then you hit warp. When you get up into the higher notes, it's a little crazy. Now, once you got that set up, you go back into program edit, and now you could actually get into a little bit of sound designing. Whereas, you know, you mess with the filter. Now I'm gonna play something just so it plays, and I don't have to keep messing around with the pads. So that's not the best sounds, but I just wanna drive this point across. So once you got your sound, you can then go in here to the filter, and you could adjust the filter settings. You could adjust the amp envelope. You could adjust the LFO. Right, there's no set rule to what you do with this part. This part is just to your taste, right? You can mess with the controller mod. That means if you have a bend, like a pitch wheel on your keyboard, you could mess with that. Turn this up to like 2 octaves, which is 24. You can mess with the LFO wheel and the filter. Right, and once you have that all set up yet again, you could save it, or you could go take it another step. You could go ahead and you could add delay to it. Now with this part, keep in mind, if you're gonna share it with a friend of yours who have the MPC software, you want to keep it with stock plugins. You don't want to use any third-party anything, because once you transfer that to that person and they load it in their system, if they don't have waves, reverb, R-bass, you know, anything, you know, any plugin out there that is third party, if that person don't have those said plugins, when they load it in their system, they won't be able to use it. And the whole thing about this is being able to put this in standalone and be able to use it on your MPC Live X or the new one. And you can't use any third-party plugins on the one, on any of the standalone units. So therefore, if you're gonna, you know, trade these, use stock plugins. All right. If it's for personal usage, on the computer, you could duplicate the third-party plugins with stock plugins and save it on your standalone, and have one for your computer and have one for your standalone. Right? So this is the ear delay. And there's no right or wrong way with this. This part is just a little bit of sound designing. So I'm gonna add a reverb on it as well. This is the air reverb. You want to be advantageous, you can add some form of modulation on it. You can add a flanger. Add a multi-chorus. And that's pretty much it. Once you have that all set up how you want it to be set up, this was called instrument keys. You go to the folder that you want it to be saved in. And then anytime you open up your programs, it'll be here, right? You save it here and it's always there. Also, one thing I did forget, you could color the pads. You can color the pads whatever you want to color it. Now the pads have that color. I'm gonna go ahead and resave this. Lead keys. I'm gonna override it because I want it to have the pad color on it. And your pads will have colors if you want it to have color, whatever color it is that you want, right? So that's pretty much it, man. If you have any comments or concerns regarding anything that I showed here today, please post it up in the comments section. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I know a lot of you out there are brand new to the MPC software, brand new to the MPCs. So I'm doing this for you. For the ones of us that already advanced, I'm pretty sure you already skipped this. You didn't get to this part in the video. But if you did, thank you for tuning in and sticking it through. But that's pretty much it. Just keep in mind that you want to have a tuner. It don't matter where you're getting it from. Akai needs to add a tuner to the MPC software because right now we don't have any tuners. We have to use third-party tuners for this step. Yeah, once you know what the key of the sample is, this is just a quick little recap before closing. You go back, once you know the key, you go into sample edit, you switch the key from C, because it'll be on C, to whatever your sample is. In my case, it's B. So I switched it to B. You go into program edit, you scroll over to sample layers, and you can layer your samples, by the way. You don't only have to use one layer sounds. You can use up to 4 sounds, right? And each of them have different sounds. You can honestly, you can use this twice, right? Let's see how that sounds. Now you seen when I loaded it, it was off key. Let me load it again. You see how it throws it off? But if I go to the sample and I put it in the actual sample, the key that it's in, see how it fixed it? I'm gonna undo it. redo. So you see, if you follow these steps, you'll be ahead of the game. All right, so I am BK. This was another banger. I'm going to cook up a video with me using this one. I'm gonna off camera do a few more, and then I'm gonna make a beat using one shot. All right, so that video will follow this one. I'm not sure if I load them on the same day, but it'll come behind it, like in a series kind of thing. All right, and be sure to hit the playlist, because I know I missed some things from the original video that I did. Also, another reason why I wanted to do this over is because the audio from that original video that I showed earlier from 2 years ago, my audio was off. And I thank each and every one of you that viewed that, if you're viewing this one, for sticking it through. My audio was off for the first 100 videos that I published, because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was doing things wrong. But you learn with time. All right, so do remember that music is life. It is our DNA. Keep banging. Peace, love, and light. Till next time. Peace.